Active and passive voice. The present simple tense describes habitual actions or general truths. In the active voice, the subject performs the action, like the baker bakes bread. To form the passive, we shift the focus to the object, bread. We use is, are, or them plus the past participle. So, bread is baked by the baker. The baker, the doer, is now in a by a phrase, which is optional. The present continuous tense describes actions happening now. The active form is, the artist is painting a picture. In the passive, we used is to I am plus being a plus the past participle. The object, a picture, becomes the subject, a picture is being painted by the artist. This emphasizes the ongoing action on the picture. The present perfect tense describes actions completed recently or with relevance to the present. The gardener has planted flowers becomes passive by using a has they have been plus the past participle. Flowers have been planted by the gardener. The focus is now on the completed action and its result. Notice how has changes to have to agree with the plurals flowers. The past simple tense describes completed actions in the past. The chef cooked dinner changes to passive by using was worth plus the past participle. Dinner was cooked by the chef. The action of cooking is highlighted, and the dinner is the new focus. Was is used because dinner is singular. The past continuous tense describes actions in progress in the past. The students were reading the book becomes passive with was were plus being are plus the past participle. The book was being read by the students. This emphasizes that the action of reading was ongoing when something else happened or at a specific time in the past. The past perfect tense describes actions completed before another past action. The team had won the match becomes passive using had been a plus the past participle. The match had been won by the team. This highlights that the match's winning occurred before another past event. The future simple tense describes actions that will happen. The company will launch a new product changes to passive which will be a plus the past participle. A new product will be launched by the company. The focus is on the future action of launching. The future perfect tense describes actions that will be completed by a specific time in the future. The government will have completed the project becomes passive using will have been a plus the past participle. The project will have been completed by the government. This emphasizes the project's completion in the future. Modal verbs like can, should, and must also have passive forms. Here, with can, the student can solve the problem. The passive form uses can be a plus the past participle, the problem can be solved by the student. This shows the problem's ability to be solved. Using another modal verb, should, the teacher should give instructions. The passive voice uses should be a plus the past participle, instructions should be given by the teacher. This emphasizes the necessity of giving instructions. Finally, with the modal verb must, the company must follow the rules. The passive voice uses must be a plus the past participle, the rules must be followed by the company. This emphasizes the obligation to follow the rules. Some tenses don't usually have passive forms. These are the perfect continuous tenses, present, past, and future, and the future continuous. For example, we say, they have been building a house. It's difficult to make a natural-sounding passive for this. These tenses are already complex, and a passive construction would become too cumbersome. Sentences with indirect objects can be transformed into passive voice in two ways. Take, the teacher gave the students homework. Here, students is the indirect object, and homework is the direct object. In the first passive form, the indirect object becomes the subject, the students were given homework by the teacher. In the second, the direct object becomes the subject, homework was given to the students by the teacher. Both are correct. Imperative sentences, which express commands or requests, have a unique passive form. In the active voice, we say, open the door. To transform it, we use a let plus the object plus be a plus the past participle, let the door be opened. This structure emphasizes the action being performed. Interrogative sentences can also be changed to passive voice. The auxiliary verb in the active voice shifts position in the passive form. For example, active, did she write the letter, becomes passive, was the letter written by her? The core elements, auxiliary verb, object, and past participle, are maintained, and the subject is introduced with by. Sentences with be going to express future plans or intentions. To change them to passive, we use is going to be a plus the past participle. For instance, the team is going to build a new stadium becomes a new stadium is going to be built by the team, shifting the focus to the stadium. Sentences containing infinitive verbs, to plus verb, can also be transformed. In the active voice, we might say, they want to paint the house. The passive form uses to be a plus the past participle, the house is wanted to be painted by them. Here, the emphasis changes to the house and the action that will be done to it. In conclusion, active and passive voice provide different ways to structure sentences. The active voice is direct, emphasizing the doer of the action, while the passive voice emphasizes the action or the receiver. Mastering both voices allows for more effective and nuanced communication in writing and speaking.
Thank you. Prepared by K. Rajendra Prasad.